Welcome to oh, excuse me, today's podcast. So excuse me. Let's just it's not really well, I guess have it in we'll film the most sports part, but it's an off week, so it's hockey for this portion. So man, I said I saw I thought they were gonna split this season series or sweep it, but they split it unfortunately. Um so yeah, starting with last Monday, where it took to overtime. Um so yes, I like both teams, so Voidless on my main team. Um the player I named it for Sona after retired. How it is that game? The Blue Jackets lost. But yeah, we're just gonna Provorov, Wallman, Monahan, Jenner, McDavid, Fantilli, McDavid, Wallman, and ironically, Jack Roslovic, the Columbus boy, scored against the Blue Jackets to win. Where is he first say? I don't know. We'll talk about that later, but I think right now, especially uh in the game Monday night, the biggest problem was, well, I guess you could say on both sides was goaltending. Um, because 5-4, 3-2-1 blast off 5-4. It's not a. It's not a. You score 5 goals and you win, but you score 4 goals, so first they still lose. I know, but we'll talk about it first when we get to it. So, yeah. Um, I need to actually go back to Oilers. Let's pull up roster or stats, and you can look at. So should they probably swap goalies after Stewart stole a game? Yeah. I think Chris Block should have switched. I honestly thought we were gonna get Stuart Skinner. I mean, in the first Blue Jackets game, his save percentage was 8.8%, which is good, but Jets at the same time was probably similar to that because it was a 5-4 final. So, like I said in a post, maybe someday I'll see the Oilers win in Columbus, but hey, that day will happen soon. Um, yeah, Jet in that game had a 792 save percentage. So yeah, it was not a good day for goalies. Last Monday. Yeah, but that's not really what's frustrating. The game first it was frustrating, but we'll talk about more about when we get to it. Early reminder: we're still recently for Feeding America until December, and we'll be doing Toys for Tots. Stream cord is being really, really weird, and if you get a double ping, I apologize. if you're in my Discord. So yeah. Um, yeah, the big problem. I always say this after with our past tense, but I think right now the big problem not only is I think Volus also has some defensive problems. Lots of yeah, we just didn't cover Rachenko very well. Um, so you just can't leave Rachenko, who I think is the best current Blue Jacket. You can't just leave him unattended like that. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, me. Wow, I hit my mic. I'm so Italian, man. Well, I'm only a fourth Italian. Speaking of which, Italy's probably gonna miss the World Cup again. But are for sure going to the playoff because Norway qualified when they beat Italy for the one almost the last day. Um so yeah. But Oilers won that game 5-4. I knew they were gonna win, but I didn't think it was gonna be 5-4. I mean the Blue Jackets beat Seattle. And a shootout. You know what? Let's try it. If it flags me, I'll just edit it out. So if you see a weird cut, that's why. Unless YouTube doesn't want to load. So let's go back to watch highlights. One second. I'm gonna mute the audio so we don't blast your eardrums out. I'm about to blast my own eardrums out. All right. So. No, let's not take a risk. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know why I keep going. Yeah, but yeah. Anyways, the Blue Jackets wanted a shootout. What was that like 2-1 of a shootout? Once beyond 60, the Jackets are doing pretty decently. Decently, pretty decent. I don't know why I said decently. So. Yeah, they won 2-1 of a shootout, and final score was 2-1 because it was 1-1 going to overtime. And the shootout for Jackets with 2-4, and Winnington, Fantilli were your only goal scorers. If it preferred, they decided. If it preferred at overtime, they decided goals were illegal. Apparently, So yeah, I wouldn't say it was a game. I wouldn't say the Veterans Day game was really one to write home about. Yeah. Jet Graves, excuse me if I could English. Sorry for second of night, making 22 saves. It's topic 3 of 4 of a shootout to help a couple of Blue Jackets a 4-game losing streak with 2-1 win over Seattle Kraken last Tuesday at Climate Pledge Arena. Grievous made 19 saves in a 5-4 overtime loss Edmonton on Monday. Yeah. I don't know what was so different about Thursday, why we couldn't beat him Thursday. Like I said, with Blue Jackets, my second team, but my main team is the Oilers. May I let my cut out? It's fine. Just shows. Um, I don't know. It's funny. There's a recommended collab for Oilers podcast, but it's in German. Um, there's a thing called Oilers Nation, which I'm part of, but it's for German streams, so. They may speak English, but I don't speak German. Yeah, so yeah, it was just weird that basically for a period had no goals. So um Fantelli, Macheco recoil for goals in VS shootout. So Seattle's catching about for loss. We've got to find a way to score. Whenever opportunities, when we have opportunities, they had opportunities. We got very vivid. That's just about line. Yeah. So hit lots of crossbars. So yeah, Seattle was just undisciplined. They tripped Greaves, and then a very clear cross check, which, funny enough, Pacheco did on Thursday. Thank God he got called, but they missed a trip. I'm not gonna get too much into that because I don't want to sound salty. Even no, even though, probably I don't know if the answer is a game, but good for sports overtime. But anyways, that's for the next one. Yeah, which I guess we can officially move on to because there's already much to say more about the well no, we got one save in Thursday. Once yeah, I hate back to backs. Oilers won the first half of a back to back. Got to make a prediction for that. They realized I had back to back, which is even more annoying. Um and Jack Foster got back to back game winning goals. So excuse me, Jack Rosserfrick scored at a minute 19 of overtime for the Edmonton Oilers in a 2-1 win against the Philadelphia Flyers. Flyers, if I could English. At Wells Fargo, just kidding, the change for name. At Xfinity Mobile Arena on Wednesday. Rosserfrick finished a 200 rush for Fat Savoy and Flyers official Cam York lost a puck at the Philly blue line. They kind of got lit up a low jump over Rosserfrick said, and you can just touch on it sometimes to get help and be all the difference. So low touch with Savvy got a low touch of it. We posted on side. You may hang up a play. It's funny. People were trying to say the Flyers almost won, but their goal was offside. People were trying to say that goal the Oilers scored was offside. I'll show you. Well, it was not offside. Now, unfortunately, first McDavid was offside, but Um, excuse me. Um, I had to kind of go down far to see it because it happened a while ago. Hyman's back. We'll talk about him more later. But yeah, so I just need to find. Uh, the funny part was, you really can't. I was just outside of a photo. Jack Michaels posted from the visiting radio booth. And I should have to check in from the game. How do that next season? Um, man, while I look that, I'm going to cover MotoGP next season to add to our motorsports categories. Was it this tweet? Someone said it was offside. Trying to figure out where someone tweeted it was offside because it was barely onside because of a toe drag. Um, so man, why can't I find it? Was it on the final score tweet? Yes, I still call it tweets. I don't call it Twitter posts because that's so bland. It's more bland. I don't know. Anyways, it was not offside. Um, and yeah, well, all right, and now we go to Jackets Oilers again. Which definitely some questionable officiating. They did get some calls right. They also missed some calls. Oh, excuse me. Clear trip. Um, refs really didn't call that many penalties, which was annoying. Um, but Olivier penalty was clear as day. Well, offsetting minus of refing was stupid. To be honest, I think Olivier should have been suspended for maybe 2 games. Um, what? I don't think that mattered. Because it was against Vancouver where he got ejected, I believe, because he only had 746. Yeah, that was back on the 8th. So honestly, I'm not. I think honest. Why do I keep saying honestly? Honestly, I think any major assault in a game misconduct should be at least an automatic game suspension. And um I don't know. I have to look up his. Well, I have to look up his suspension history. But 1, 2, maybe E3. Yeah, it's not a fun game to be at. I still love jackets, but I just don't think they will give me the satisfaction of seeing a cup in my lifetime. I think foils can do that the best. So I'll have to check his suspension history to see if he has any. Interesting. He's never been suspended, so he probably only got one game. But I'm saying this as a Blue Jackets fan. I think no matter who you play for, I think a 5-minute major, but at least a game misconduct should be at least an automatic suspension, like a red card. So because I'm gonna be real here, the boarding penalty he did, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it real quick. It was stupid. And he is very lucky he didn't get suspended. All right, so here it is. Actually, you guys actually probably want to see it. So honestly, I think he should have got 1. I don't know, maybe 2. I know he doesn't have a history, but at least 1 game for the I'm a set red card.
15 minutes remaining in the second period. We got an injured player.
Yeah, I knew that was going to be an ejection as soon as I saw he was hurt.
That's a high hit from Olivier, who's a pretty rugged customer here. It was back behind the net.
Now, that's actually a rule. If a boarding results in an injury, it will be a 5-minute major and a 10-minute game misconduct. As review, of course, but even if he is okay, you never know if hockey players, they love to pretend they're okay.
And he makes contact back behind the net. I didn't get a real
Patterson was hopefully, I remember he returned to the game, but I really hope they didn't let him return with a concussion, because that was a stupid hit by Olivier. And I like how a trader tries to hide his message. Like, come on, he should have been suspended at least 1 game for that.
That's more than 2, in my opinion. He hits him right between the 2 and the 5.
I mean,
Pedersen's already facing the boards when the
as soon as I saw that live, I was like, well, he's getting ejected. Well, I didn't see it live. I saw a replay. I knew he was gonna get ejected for that. Should have probably been at least 1 game. Yes, it should have. I'm in the opinion. Oh my gosh, all these span invaders. NHL can do a lot more for player safety. I'm assuming they get hurt too many times. Excuse me, to not call it at least 1 game. But it is what it is. And Thursday night was fun, despite, I don't know why I said have fun. But despite the loss. I even went into that game thinking Olivier was lucky to play. If The Oilers probably would have won if Angelo player safety cared about player safety. Because I think he should at least suspend at least 3 games. Not because they play for Jackets. Oilers, yes. Matthew LA should play him with his own team in scratch scrimmage both season, but yeah. It was a stupid hit and he deserved that ejection. Alright. So next up on the list would be Jackets Rangers. I like how these stream bots just target for or for shorter streams. No, for low viewer streams. So yeah, Jackets Rangers. Lost and a shootout. End of a 4-game winning streak, which I wish I would have been a 2-game losing streak. But yeah, no. Yeah, scoring more goals in the shootout to win. Oh, let me send my mom a message. Anyways, yeah. Interesting game. Only 2 goals in the second period, both off a power play. One was just bad, one for Ronkoff. Then Johnson saved, Panarin saved. It was shootout. Ventilli saved. Wojciech scored. Trocheck, I don't know. I need to finish the card. Marchenko scored, but the problem was the Rangers went over. Blue Jackets went first, so the Rangers obviously made it 2-1, and that's how they won. EJ Skortson, made 24 saves for New York Rangers in a 2-1 shootout win against the Columbus Blue Jackets on Saturday at National Arena in Columbus on Saturday. Shazirabad scored the only goal in regulation for Rangers, 10-72. We had won 3 in a row at that point. He said, Mike Sullivan said, I thought we played a complete game all night long. That's a good team we played against. We've got a lot of getting talent very fast. Whoever was his issue game. We're one of the best teams of the league off of rush, and they leave the league in scoring goals from defensemen. Probably Zach. We knew it was going to be a point aspect of the game. I thought for the most part we played on top of it most of the night. Excuse me, I have a little pushback. I got live with a scored on for a power play. 5-5. I thought for the most part it's really solid effort. 5-5. It's all effort for both teams. If we're gonna be honest, 5-5 could have been a little better for both teams. Considering how both goals are power play goals. Yeah, but seeing side Rangers fans was funny until the game ended. And then, we were happy. I started taking notes for the podcast again, starting tonight. On both games. I got a multitask. So even next up is for Carolina Hurricanes and Edmonton Oilers. Another overtime game. And another one where I feel Oilers should have lost. Roslovic with his 6th of the season and assisted McDavid with his 8th of the season, assisted by Roslovic and Draisaitl. Robinson by Gostisbehere and Taylor Hall. Nikolai Ehlers, who I honestly forgot was Hurricane, that fight was in Winnipeg. By Blake and Stankoven. McDavid, assisted by Draisaitl Hyman. Hyman returned, thank God. Jordan Saul unassisted. Leon Draisaitl, assisted by Connor McDavid and Evan Bouchard in overtime. 90 seconds overtime. So the first shift of overtime at the end of the game. But like I said, if media won't call out for goaltending, I will. I like both goalies, but I just think they need a new start somewhere else. So Calvin Pickard, this season, his save percentage is 830 with a goal with a .417 goals against average. Yeah, I don't know how Oilers are winning games like that. Like him, but I don't know. Maybe he needs to find a fresh start. My mic is Christmas colors. Find a fresh start elsewhere. And then we got Stuart Skinner with 891 save percentage this season. I mean, his last 2 games were great, but I still think they were lucky not to get swept by the Blue Jackets. Because, like I said Monday, his save percentage was 8.18. I just don't see account created on 15th. Okay. Yeah, you're getting reported, bud. Alright, why report this account? I'm gonna give yeah, and then we go to like the actual season. The goals against average for Stuart Scared and Howard Pickard are not good. Stu's is 2.77. But Pickett's is .417, which means he averages 4 goals a game. Or he concedes 4 goals a game. I should say, not he scores 4 goals a game. Which I know we can't put it all on the goalies, but you have to put some blame on the goalies. Lefner's, but he's not having a very good season right now. He was a -1 in both Blue Jackets games. Played an entire period. Give up. It's just like wait till yeah, 23 shifts. Didn't take any penalties, but the problem was, um, I think one of the problems is they don't tell you who blocks shots when. At least that's just my opinion. Um, in the game Thursday, or on the game Thursday, the Oilers only blocked 11 shots. Still won the turnover battle, but only had 2 takeaways versus Columbus's 7. That's probably what won the game. But we're on to Saturday now. Saturday. Yeah. I don't know. I'll do open Microsoft Paint. I mean, I like Stuart Skinner and I like Comfort Picker, but I think maybe a change of scenery could help them. I mean, Jack Campbell is now a Maple Leaf. I'm sorry, he plays for Red Wings now. So, okay, now my voice broke him. Um, so tried to. I know Cam. I think Cam Talbot. Yeah, he's currently Red Wings goalie, and I kind of think Willis broke him too. No, he has 7 wins in 10 games, so that'd be 7-4. No, I'm sorry, he's 7-2. Um, so 7 wins in 10 games is not bad. I'm just wondering if it's more of an Oilers goaltending coach than anything. Didn't expect it to beat Carolina because they usually struggle in Carolina, but for the last 2 seasons they haven't. So, all right. That's enough hockey talk. Let's see if there's any IndyCar news I missed. Excuse me. Like everything Kyle Kellett. Well, we talked about it last week. Um, apparently this rumor is Richmond's gonna return. I doubt that, especially with NASCAR loving to absolutely hog all the tracks and buy tracks, which I think every racing station should NASCAR for monopolization. But that's a topic for another time. Apparently this happened on November 5th, so be funny to see New Hampshire return. Let's see New Hampshire return because we need a northeastern United States race. So someone thinks they should go back to Australia. I would love to see him to return to Watkins Glen, which I agree with all of these. Minus going back to Cleveland. No one wants to go to Cleveland. Mid Ohio's there for a reason. But looks like we really haven't missed any big off-season news. 5 drivers, IndyCar rider, thinks he could have a breakout season. Marcus Armstrong. Number 1. Number 2, David Malukas. Don't agree with that. I think it's taking a few seasons to get used to a Penske car. Christus Masterson. Yeah, I definitely could see that. Myers, Felix Rosenquist. Yeah, I definitely could see that. And Kyle Simpson, I could see that too. Then again, all my predictions and stuff are wrong. I mean, if you're gonna have a account, at least try not to look like a bot. I'm gonna hilariously. Yeah. I'm gonna. Yeah, anyways. Yeah, so that's really. I think we can look at some F1 news before we move on to future predictions portion where we try to predict the future. Mostly stuff about Vegas. 14th. I guess we could talk about. Yeah, that happened on Friday. About the 2026 regulations because we're changing yet again, which I like. I think it keeps F1 more competitive. Oh, it's the last meeting. The fourth and final meeting of the Formula One Commission in 2025 took place on Friday, with key topics discussed, including refinements to 2026 regulations. So apparently they're talking about making 2 stops mandatory, with adjustments to tires. They did not agree to that. I think forcing 2 tires, excuse me. Think forcing cars to put more paint on is silly. That's like seems to be the biggest talking point from the meetings. All right, we're still talking about 2 stops. I don't think that's a good idea, and I also don't think adding more paint is a good idea. The reason they have a minimum weight that's supposed to hit, and for less paint, the lighter the cars are, and they have a minimum maximum weight, so you can adjust it. And we're talking about making the most important thing I think is making the cooling system mandatory. And obviously that adds weight to the driver, and that would add weight to the car. So we're talking about adding a weight with the cooling system. Personally, I think it's a good idea to keep a cooling system. If you remember, IndyCar added a cooling system to the Halo, or the Halo part of the aero screen. Um, but even with the Halo, cooling is still a problem because you're just going so fast and you got all the heat from the car and stuff like that. So I think they should make the cooling mandatory, and I'm guessing after the race, you had to be with your cooling vests on. I don't know how they would do it, like make it part of a fire suit, or just say you can't take off your cooling vest until you get the post race weight check. Which I think it's funny when they use the car skill to do a post race uh weight check. But anyways, all right, let's see if there's any NASCAR news before we move on to future predictions portion. Well, I guess technically the broadcast times is news. So we did get some technical updates. So 5 tracks was shipped from immediate track rules configuration to a short track road course package in 2026. Bristol Speedway, Darlington Raceway, Dover Motor Speedway, Nashville Super Speedway, and Gateway. I still call it Gateway. I don't call it Walmart Technology Raceway. Competition officials automated post A flaps Cup Series. And that is to hopefully prevent a car from getting airborne. You only can test if you do get new engine. If we do get new engines, you only can do free tests. That's whack. Test must be maximum of 2 consecutive days each. Okay, test by March 1st. Tests. You can't test that. Excuse me. Tracks have been repaved, added, or within 60 days of a race. How fair that is. Man, just when I thought NASCAR takes 2 steps, 1 step. NASCAR doesn't take 1 step forward and 2 steps back. And Chevy updated their body. So here's kind of, I don't really see much that's changed. And to be honest. No, I don't want first sale. Do I look like I can afford a NASCAR? I'll be honest here. I don't really see a difference. I guess the only difference is a single tailpipe. It's kind of like it's kind of like with Japan, if you differ a flag, you really can't tell the difference. But yeah, we're gonna move on to the future predictions portion, where I predict the future. Like I said before, next season I'm gonna cover MotoGP, but that's a 2026 thing. We're still in 2025. Not for long because it's already November. Soon to be the Lexus December to remember. They call it December to remember because it's the day you win debt. Oh, the Bengals lost. We're not even gonna talk about that. I also cover them, but until Zach is out, I'm kind of out anyways, so I'll grab him here and there. But starting tonight with the Blue Jackets and Oilers. Blue Jackets play it. Wait, did Oilers start 30 minutes earlier? Yeah, we do. So to do chronological order, we'll do the Oilers score first. I think they beat Buffalo 3-1. I know Buffalo's actually decent this year, but I have a 6-4. I mean that brings us Blue Jackets and Canadians. I think the Blue Jackets unfortunately lose to Montreal 2-1. That takes us to Tuesday. Which another back-to-back, man. I hate back-to-backs, but I think we beat the Jets Tuesday. And then I would take us to the Oilers, which I don't think we have back-to-back. Yeah, then we play game's probably. Oh, hey! I have to let my mom know real quick. I had a feeling it was going to be on TNT of the Wednesday game. I need to start watching more TNT games. I love TNT. I think it's my favorite non-Sportsnet or FanDuel Sportsnet coverage. If I could spell Wednesday, that'd be great. So, yeah. I think they can beat the Capitals. I'd take us to Thursday, which would definitely be the Blue Jackets. 22nd to Thursday, right? No, wait. Do they not play? Oh, they play. Yeah, Thursday. um. Unfortunately, I think that the Leafs win this game. That's gonna be annoying because of the Leafs, Cowboys, Lakers fans every game. And 20th at 7:30 for the Oilers. Yeah, because of Olympics, we're getting a lot of back-to-backs. And we're playing Tampa Bay. I think Royals can beat Tampa Bay. So excuse me. That would take us to the 22nd, which is a Saturday. Don't know if Jackets are playing at 1 p.m. on us. Oh, because it's Saturday. But they play up in Detroit. I think we can beat the Red Wings 2-0. It takes us to the 22nd, which is Saturday. I just unfortunately think we lose to the Panthers again. It takes us Sunday. I think FCC advances to the conference final 2-0. And yeah, that will do it for the podcast. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching. God bless. Excuse me. I still believe that Jesus is Lord, and I will see you tomorrow for some farming sim. Yeah, so YouTube, we're ending in 3, 2,